Hey guys, it's Riley. Today I'm going to be talking about the four slot function of INTPs, and that would be FE or extroverted feeling, and how truly important this is to INTPs and how much they actually really do care about this function, whether they're willing to admit it or not, and some of the negative and possibly positive repercussions of that, um, of INTPs going through their life caring about their extroverted feeling function. Now, I've wanted to make this video for a long time, and I've been thinking a lot about it and what I'm going to talk about. And the first thing that I want to say in regards to this video is, if you're an INTP out there and you really feel like no one likes you and no one cares about your ideas, is that you're not a loser, and um, it doesn't matter how many people make fun of you. It doesn't matter how many people call you a nerd. It doesn't matter how many people bully you. It doesn't matter. None of that matters, ultimately. Um, and with that, I'm gonna start with a story. I'm gonna get a little bit personal, just talk about my childhood a little bit, and how my forethought extroverted feeling really caused me to ruin a lot of relationships and send my life in a bad direction because I cared so much about how other people felt about me, about the fact that I didn't think anyone really liked me. Um, so with that, um, in elementary school, I was I've always been a nerdy kid. Um, I actually remember watching movies and television shows that would have a, kind of um, stereotypical INTP character, like a nerd guy who always got made fun of and never got the girl that he wanted, and that actually, like, I knew that that was me, and it actually really got under my skin, and I don't know why it just really bothered me to see that, because I knew that that was me. um, Anyways, I was really into like economics and like political theory and stuff like that, even in elementary school. But the fact that no one else really cared about that didn't really matter to me. I didn't really care. Um, I was just off in my own little world thinking about what I wanted to think about. And I did have friends. In fact, I had two best friends in elementary school. We hung out all the time. It was really great. And then what ended up happening is we all ended up going to junior high. We all ended up going to the same junior high, actually. And pretty much immediately when that happened, um, I lost those friends, and they no longer wanted to hang out with me. And actually, one of them did tell me that the reason why this guy isn't talking to you, why he's not responding to your, I don't know, like Facebook Messenger chats or something like that, is because he doesn't want to be your friend anymore, and you're too nerdy. Like, they didn't want to be seen around me, and that really hurt. That really was a hit to my self esteem, to a pretty big extent. And just a caveat, I'm not, you know, looking for sympathy. Like, I don't want this to be a sob story. This is just to get a point across to you, if you're an INTP out there, of how important this function can be to you and how hard it can be to deal with it. So anyways, in junior high, had even less friends than in elementary school. Um, all I really cared about was economics, mostly like the areas of interest that I had. I wasn't, good at school or anything because I didn't care about school. I just cared about the academic subjects that I cared about. And I actually, like I knew, and I remember, thinking about this, that I knew more about this than the teachers who were teaching me. I knew more about political theory and economics than 95% of adults in junior high. Like, I actually had that thought, and I thought about it, and that bothered me, but that's not really what we're talking about. So yeah, I didn't really have any friends. Definitely no no women were interested in me, or girls, I guess you would say. And that would get under my skin, but at the same time, it was kind of the thing where I was like, okay, well, if you guys don't care about what I care about, then I don't care about what you care about. If you guys don't like me, then I don't like you. Um, so I did have that type of attitude in junior high, and um, it did get under my skin a little bit that people didn't like me or people didn't respect me and such. But it didn't end up really being a problem till later. Um, so then I kind of thought that when I got into high school that people would mature a little bit, and that we could, you know people would care about the stuff that I cared about, and I'd be taking all these these cool classes, and that I would be learning about stuff that I actually cared about, not like math or English or Spanish, but yeah, so I was in high school. I still didn't really have many friends, and I was definitely still considered a loser. It, sorry. And basically, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Surprise, surprise, everyone's still an idiot in high school. Um, and then basically, there came a point, and it was actually a very specific point in time, when I decided that I no longer wanted to be the nerdy kid in high school. Um, it was probably when I went on vacation. I went on vacation with my family, like my extended family, and like there's this cousin that I looked up to, and I thought she was so cool. Like, I wish I could be that cool. She's in high school, she's having fun in high school, she's going to parties and stuff, and yeah, that's that kind of started changing my mind. Like, I was like, I want to be like that. Like, I want to have fun in high school. I'm so tired of people not liking me and not caring about the things that I care about, and not really having a lot of friends. I'm so tired of that. So I guess that summer, like after freshman year, basically I reinvented myself. It actually kind of happened on Instagram. Like, I I grew out the hair. I had like kind of Justin Bieber hair at the time. Anyways, I got like a lot of followers on Instagram, and like mostly girl followers, and I was like, wow, like I'm not this dorky, ugly nerd. Like, I can I can be cool. Like, people think I'm cool. Like, wow, that was kind of easy. And of course, I had watched my classmates' behavior previously, so I kind of was thinking about, like, well, how could I be cool? Like, how could I get people to like me? And I started to carry out that plan. Like, I no longer wore, like, I wore a tie every day in freshman year of high school. I was that weird kid. Um, I no longer did that, and I ended up getting a girlfriend, being this new person that was not actually me, and what ended up happening is I was just willing to do anything in order to not be this, loser kid anymore. And that ended up having me like take really bad directions and not care about school and just, getting um, getting into drugs and basically, I watched, those kids have friends. Those kids are cool, right? People like them. I'll just do that, right? I'll just be an idiot. Like, I'll just not care about, anything important. I'll just care about having fun, and then people will like me. And you know what? It worked. Like, I had friends then, and people liked me, people respect me. No one called me a loser anymore. No one ever called me a loser after that. No one ever made fun of me after that. No one um, disrespected me. Um, and I ended up changing schools and just having a really hard time because of the friends I was hanging out with and the stupid things that I was doing. And it was really, really bad for me. And it was really bad for my family. And it was really bad for my previous friends. In fact, I did exactly what my elementary school friends did to me going into junior high. I ignored my previous friends because I didn't want to be like that anymore. Like, I wasn't that person anymore. I wanted to be cool. And you know what? That was a really terrible decision, but I wanted to make this video. So if you're out there like as an INTP and you think no one likes you and you think that you need to do something, don't do it. Having experience with extroverted feeling and going along with what everyone else wants and doing what makes other people like you, that is so gross. It is so hollow. It's so disgusting. Like, it's not who you are. That's not who you are. You don't need to be like, I would actually lie to people about who I was and tell like actual like um like straight out lies to people about my past and not be honest with people because I didn't think that people would like who I was. And it was really bad. I betrayed my old friends and I became a phony person. And it sent me down a really bad path. And I ultimately think that it helped me in terms of experiencing different parts of people and different things in the world. But ultimately, it was not a good decision. It was really hollow and fake and just gross. Like, I don't ever want to be like that again. Um, so, yeah, if you're an INTP out there and you just really feel like no one likes you, um, instead of doing what I did and really messing up your life in a lot of regards and hurting the people around you, um, just realize that people do care about you. I guarantee you people care about you. I guarantee there's people out there that care about your ideas. Even if it doesn't seem like people, don't really care about your ideas and don't care about what you care about, don't care about physics or economics or astronomy or whatever it is that you're into, you can find those people and you can go out and join a club and um, instead of really caring so much about getting people's approval and having people like you, realize that that ultimately doesn't matter. Like, you really need to understand that you can't get your value based on how many people like you. It will leave you feeling just so fake and hollow, and just don't do it. Um, so yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about that. I just wanted to tell a little bit about myself and talk about this because I think that it is really important, and I don't really hear that many people talking about INTPs extroverted feeling function that much, and how much INTPs actually really do care about if people like them, even if they don't act like it. And it can cause them to do really stupid things, or they can become doormats, or they can let people walk all over them, or just so that they get other people's approval. So don't, if you're an INTP, don't do that. You gotta get out of your comfort zone and find those good people who actually really do truly care about you and care about what you have to talk about, care about making you a better person, and bringing your ideas to the world. And you just don't, just stop getting so down on yourself about it. Stop feeling like such a loser. You're not a loser. Like, you have a lot of potential, and you just got to realize that even if you feel like the school system has betrayed you, and that your friends, or, well, hopefully not your friends don't like you, but that the people at school don't like you or whatever, just don't let that get to you. You gotta just find the right kind of people, and stop letting that get under your skin. So with that, I'm gonna end the video. I really hope that you guys take this seriously, and realize how important this is to INTPs. It's super important. Like, you do not get your value from other people's approval. Just don't. It's really terrible. So with that happy note, I will see you guys next time.